the spoils when a white-tailed spider tries to evict a black house spider. One thing's for sure, no one will leave without a fight. Like us, some bugs invest a lot of work in their home. This black house spider has found just the right hole in just the right tree. Then added improvements. A vast web around the entrance, superglued to the surrounding bark.
Anywhere that they're able to find good supports for their webs provides them with some retreat area. This is where they build. And so building in trees, building next to houses, it all works.
Its seclusion is no accident. The black house spider is a master of ambush. Dinner is always home delivered. Victims, like this unsuspecting cockroach, have no idea they're even on the menu. The web looks ramshackle and ineffective. Quite the contrary. It's like an elastic minefield.
It's silk that can stretch 400 times its length. It's really, really stretchy silk, and there's a lot of it. If you've got a small insect that has hooks, it has little spines on its legs, it really gets entangled very easily in the silk, and as it's trying to push itself away, it gets more and more entangled in the silk.
The lightest touch on the silk transmits straight to home base.
Black house spiders really are completely attuned to vibrations. They're not using vision to find their prey or to avoid predators. It really is this acute sensitivity to vibrations in their web.
Few creatures see this ambush coming. A venomous bite seals the deal. But the spider doesn't stay on the street for long. It always eats in. Not all spiders are homebodies. Some are drifters, like this white-tailed spider. She's not tied down with webs and maintenance. She's a roaming assassin who prefers to eat out.
The white-tailed spider is not fussy. It'll eat pretty much anything that it can encounter, but its favorite meal is the black house spider.
Today, the whitetail is ravenous. She's like a bloodhound, sniffing scent trails from potential victims. But she's not using her nose. She doesn't have one. The tips of her legs are equipped with scopulate hairs. Underneath the hairs are chemical sensors that guide her to her target.
Because the white-tailed spider uses its feet so much, it's absolutely important that it keeps them very, very clean.
And those chemical sensors have just detected a black house spider.
Whitetail doesn't bother too much with the defense. This is an animal that's all about offense. It goes out looking for trouble, it starts the fights, and it finishes them.
The roving assassin is about to become a home invader. And the black house spider won't back down. One thing's for sure, there will be only one survivor. This white-tailed spider is cruising for dinner. She has no web, no family ties, no fixed abode. Further up the tree, this black house spider lives a different lifestyle. It set an elaborate web outside its permanent home. Now it's monitoring for vibrations, hoping whatever's coming will be another meal. But the whitetail has an ingenious plan. It'll use the black house spider's own web to lure it out. The black house is being played like an old fiddle.
Whitetail is a trickster. It'll sit there and pluck on another spider's web, mimicking a prey trapped in there, and then nails it like lightning.
The black house takes the bait. It's expecting an easy meal, but it finds a mortal enemy. The black house throws a decoy, its own leg.
Losing a leg is actually a super strategy for getting away from a predator. This black house spider has sphincters that are able to close off the blood flow so the spider doesn't bleed to death. It's far better off losing a leg than losing its life.
The whitetail is left with just a spider drumstick. Now she retreats to her rival's abandoned house and seals the door to eat in peace.
The white-tailed spider is a wanderer. It doesn't stay very long in any one place. But in this case, now that it has a nice big meal in its stomach, it'll sit there and squat in what used to be the black house spider's home.
But the owner's back and fighting mad. It plans to repossess its house. This time, a body strike stuns the black house. Dropping limbs won't help it now. Venom rushes into its body, killing it. There's one final indignity. The black house spider will be consumed in its own home. In bug realty, you can be evicted and eaten on the same day. The two stone-cold assassins come face to face. So close, they're actually touching.
So now the wandering spider and the hooded mantis are in contact with each other, but it really is who moves the fastest and where they attack.
The spider backs off, wary. In a battle like this, there is no margin for error. The hooded mantis tries its favorite bluff.
The praying mantis is hoping that its shuddering motion will let it get close to the spider without it recognizing that it has an opponent.
But the spider isn't fooled. Like a Hollywood fight scene, the enemy agents are locked together in a precarious battle. The mantis is in the perfect position. Its mandibles could rip open the spider's belly. But it's too late. Like poison-tipped umbrellas, the spider's fangs puncture the mantis' thorax. Deadly neurotoxins flood the mantis' body. Within seconds, vital organs begin shutting down. The prospect of a massive feast as the spider's digestive juices flowing. Massive daggers slash the body to pieces. And it's
So the king cobra of the mantids goes down. But you can't say he didn't score points for bravery.
All that will be left is the mantid's hood, discarded like a dead spy's trench coat. It's brains versus bite for the biggest prize, survival. In the rainforest, hunters don't come any smarter than this. A flair for strategy. A master of disguise. The name is Spider. Portia Spider, licensed to kill. Portia is a specialist assassin. She prefers other spiders. And her 8 all-seeing eyes can pick them off in all sorts of conditions.
The eyes have different functions. The eyes on the side are very attuned to movement. A jumping spider can see 360 degrees. The front huge eyes are essentially recognizing contrast and discriminating distance. Combination of these different eyes, they just have superb vision.
Portia is also a mistress of camouflage. Tufts of brown and white hair all over her body, thick brushes on the top of her legs, and thin lower leg segments make her look like forest debris. It's the perfect cover for ambushing prey. And when it comes to the kill, she has all the equipment a stealthy assassin needs. Fangs that deliver lethal venom, and mouth parts that flood the victim's body with digestive enzymes, so it can be dissolved, ground up, and sucked in as a liquid lunch. But Portia is armed with another weapon you can't see.
Portia are incredibly intelligent spiders. What Portia seems to do is locate its prey, figure out where it is, approach it from a number of different angles until it's in an optimal hunting position.
She's also a master deceiver. She doesn't just look like leaf litter, she acts like it.
They will pluck on webs that indicate that just a little debris has fallen into the web. And so the spider may come up to the web, try to remove the debris, only to be attacked.
You don't mess with a fine-tuned killing machine unless it has a weakness. And this is the arch-villain who could find it. A stay-at-home hunter and a high-wire walking warrior. The long-jawed orb weaver.
The orb weaver's web is laid out like a circular grid with lines radiating out from the center. The spider will sit in the center, and from there it can get to any point on the web very fast, and those long legs just enhance their speed.
The orb weaver lies in wait. A silent ninja poised to strike.
Orb weavers have 3 little claws at the end of each leg, and while they're sitting on the web, they're monitoring every little vibration.
Each movement means something. A puff of wind, a falling leaf, or what the skillful hunter is really waiting for, a trapped insect.
Sensing vibration is far more important to these guys than seeing things. In fact, vision doesn't really play a role at all in their hunting strategy.
When this eight-legged ninja strikes, it's lightning quick. But no throwing stars here. Just two long, razor-sharp fangs. Perfect for turning prey into shish kebabs. The orb weaver's long body is also superbly camouflaged. Stretched out in the middle of the web, it could be a stick. The fly obviously thought so. Now, wrapped in those deadly jaws, it's not thinking much at all.
The Longjaw's spiked chelicerae effectively perform the same function as the raptorial arms of a mantid. They help grab onto the prey, hold it, and tear it apart.
Nearby, the Portia spider is figuring how the orb weaver could become her next meal. A lethal assassin versus a deadly ninja. Only one will survive. In the peaceful surrounds of the lush rainforest, a camouflage specialist stalks a larger-than-life arch-villain.
Portia's a camouflage spider. They look like a piece of debris, and that's all there is to it. They don't look like a spider walking along. They don't look like a predator, and they don't feel like a predator.
Portia has devised a plan of attack. She starts snipping the long jaw's silk lines, clearing a jumping path for a view to kill.
The Portia has done such a good job of tricking the Longjaw that it is oblivious to the threat, even as its back to it.
Portia keeps snipping. One stray line in the path of her jump, and the diner could become the dinner. With the lines clear, she moves into position. A quick, clinical kill. As the venom-filled fangs plunge into the orb weaver's body, what took more than an hour of scheming and preparing is over in a moment. Portia venom is unusually potent, especially to spiders. As the deadly cocktail courses through its body, the long jaw is paralyzed, then eaten.
You know, it's no surprise that this Portia won. Long-jawed spider, unless it escaped fast, was doomed. It isn't a spider hunter. Portia is a spider hunter. They're good at what they do. They're really smart. I don't think the long-jawed spider had a chance.
Like a professional assassin, Portia is ruthlessly efficient. And she's already planning her next kill. And there are many mouths to feed.
Meat ant colonies have multiple queens, all pumping out larvae that need to be fed. This is why the colonies are always on the hunt. They just have so many larvae back at home screaming for energy-rich food.
And when they go hunting, meat ants will go on the attack at any time. These soldiers join forces at a moment's notice. News of a conflict spreads fast through the troops.
When an intruder stumbles into the ants' area, the message goes out very, very quickly. It literally spreads like wildfire.
Vibration and touch play their parts. But specific chemical signals, pheromones, are the real key to communication.
Before you know it, a swarm is on the way, ready to defend against anything.
In the eternal tussle for insect supremacy, some bugs are Goliaths, and some more like Davids with a bad attitude.
Meat ants are really kind of ill-behaved ants. These are aggressive ants that are perfectly willing to attack. They're scary ants.
Meat ants are active in daylight, while rhinoceros beetles get busy at night. But there's sometimes a crossover hour. It's early morning, and a tank-like vegetarian blunders into meat ant territory. The alarm goes out through the colony.
The ants have sent out the chemical signal to call in further reinforcements. So if the beetle's in trouble now, soon he's going to be in even bigger trouble.
As the ants start nipping at his heels, he loses his balance and falls onto the nest. The beetle's best defense is its impenetrable armor.
Really, the only places where these ants are going to be able to get in and bite at the rhinoceros beetle effectively is at its joints.
And that's where the ants attack in force. The beetle tries to escape. He needs to get clear to fly away. But carrying vicious ants as excess baggage, he can't get to the runway.
The best thing it could do is fly away, but it gets ready to fly really slowly.
The ants dig deeper now. They crawl inside the skin of their prey, spraying formic acid. Savagely and relentlessly, dozens of mandibles are biting the beetle to death.
At this point, the beetle's armor is useless. The ants are going to crawl into every crevice they can and bite him into oblivion.
In this battle, size becomes a disadvantage. A lumbering armored tank is no match for armor-piercing infantry.